Hi, everyone. Welcome back to God's Whispers, a place where we take the time to pause and reflect on the Word of the Lord. Today I'm going to be speaking about a reading from Daniel, chapter 7, verses 2 through 14. It's pretty dramatic and might sound a bit confusing. Let's listen. In a vision, I, Daniel, saw during the night the four winds of heaven stirred up the great sea, from which emerged four immense beasts, each different from the other. The first was like a lion, but with eagle's wings. While I watched, the wings were plucked. It was raised from the ground to stand on 2 feet, like a man, and given a human mind. The second was like a bear. It was raised up on one side, and among the teeth in its mouth were 3 tusks. It was given the order, "Up, devour much flesh." After this, I looked and saw another beast, like a leopard. On its back were 4 wings, like those of a bird, and it had 4 heads. To this beast dominion was given. After this, in the visions of the night, I saw the 4th beast, different from all the others, terrifying, horrible, and of extraordinary strength. It had great iron teeth, which with it devoured and crushed, and what was left it trampled with its feet. I was considering the 10 horns it had, and suddenly another, a little horn, sprang out of their midst, and the 3 of the previous horns were torn away to make room for it. This horn had eyes like a man, and a mouth that spoke arrogantly. As I watched, thrones were set up, and the Ancient One took his throne. His clothing was snow bright. The hair on his head was as white as wool. His throne was flames of fire with wheels of burning fire. A surging stream of fire flowed out where he sat. Thousands upon thousands were ministering to him, and myriads upon myriads attended him. The court was convened, and books were opened. I watched, then from the first of the arrogant words which the horn spoke, until the beast was slain and its body thrown into the fire to be burnt up. The other beasts, which also lost their dominion, were granted a prolongation of life for a time and a season. As the visions during the night continued, I saw one like a son of man coming on the clouds of heaven. When he reached the Ancient One and was presented before him, he received dominion, glory, and kingship. Nations and people of every language served him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion that shall not be taken away. His kingship shall not be destroyed. So, as a reminder from previous recordings, Daniel was living in exile in Babylon, far from home, surrounded by a culture that didn't worship God, watching powerful kingdoms rise and fall. So Daniel 7 is occurring when empires are clashing for dominance. There was people living in fear, there was war, instability, and kings who acted like gods. So when Daniel has this dream of the 4 terrifying beasts rising from the sea, it really wasn't random imagery. Each beast represented the kingdoms that seemed unstoppable. To the Jewish people, these empires felt like chaos in motion, threatening their identity, their faith, and their future. But above the chaos, Daniel sees God seated on a fiery throne, steady and eternal, and one like the Son of Man coming from the clouds, the figure that Jesus later identifies with himself. So, what does that remind us for today? These beasts, the unpredictable days, the overwhelming, sometimes frightening days, but the vision doesn't ask us to deny the chaos. It invites us to look above it. Jesus doesn't wake up and say, "Oh, those beasts weren't real, it's just a dream." He says, the world is chaotic, and above it all, God is there. So the most beautiful part, I think, is that the Son of Man receives a kingdom that will never be destroyed. And that's where we are, with Jesus. God is saying that when everything is crazy and the sea is stormy or the beasts are roaring, remember Jesus is there with authority, peace, and final victory. So journal prompts that would go along with this would be, where in my life do I feel the chaos rising like the beasts in Daniel's vision? And what would it look like to lift my eyes above the chaos and focus on God? And where have I seen God remain steady when everything else has shifted? I hope that this message was encouraging to you. And if you feel like a friend could use some encouragement, please feel free to pass it along. Don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.